Holbert with Berman Insurance Agency, and we're talking about crop insurance basics again. We're going to talk about unit structure. If you have a county policy, this does not affect you and you can skip this video. Before I talk about unit structure, I want to talk about what goes into creating a unit for crop insurance. A unit for crop insurance, the smallest unit available to insure separately is going to be a surveyed section. So let's talk about land surveys. Ohio is a weird area in which we have surveyed sections that are 640 acres squared, and we have Virginia military surveys, and we have unsurveyed areas. It's just a weird mix of all kinds of different things happening. So for the purposes of this video, when I say section, I mean section, farm serial number, or section equivalent if you're in an area that does not have surveyed sections. There are a couple of different types of unit structures that you can look at when you're setting up your crop insurance policy. The biggest differences are going to be between optional units and enterprise units. So those are the two that I'm going to focus on. There is a big difference in how claims are calculated and how you keep track of production for those. Optional units are where you're taking each of your sections or units and insuring them separately from one another. So you could have a flood in section 13 and that can have a loss, and you can have a surplus of bushels in section 12, let's say it did really great, and you could still receive a claim on section 13. Section 12 has nothing to do with that. So you're insuring section by section and keeping all of your crop insurance units separate. For enterprise units, you're taking all of those optional units and you're combining them together into one basket. So if we look at that same scenario, section 13 flooded out and section 12 had a surplus. Once they're combined together and all the bushels are accounted for, you could end up not having a claim overall. You are taking on more risk. There are not as many claims within enterprise units as there are with optional units. The trade-off to that is that the government actually gives you an extra subsidy, so the premium is significantly lower for enterprise units than it is for optional units. And when I say significantly lower, I mean like 50% of the premium of an optional unit policy. Now, when enterprise units are calculated, it's actually done a little bit differently than what most people think it's done. So I'm going to go over how the crop insurance guarantee is come up with on an enterprise unit policy. What they do is they actually calculate each of your optional units out. And all the way at the end, once the guarantees are calculated for each of those units, they're added together for one number. So it's a weighted guarantee based on where you plant the majority of your acres. There are a couple of qualifications for enterprise units. The first qualification is that you have to plant in more than one section. If you don't plant in more than one section, you're not really spreading out your risk and you don't qualify for the additional subsidy. The second is that you have to follow the 20-20 rule. And the 20-20 rule states that you have to plant 20% or 20 acres, whichever's less, of the crop in the county in at least 2 sections. If you don't qualify for enterprise units, then you don't get the enterprise unit discount, and you can elect either optional units or basic units at acreage reporting time. Keep in mind you will see a premium difference when you get your bill in the fall of the year. Multi-county enterprise units give you the ability to tie 2 counties together into one enterprise unit. What you have to do for that and how you qualify is that 1, your county A has to qualify for enterprise units on its own. County B can't qualify for enterprise units. So you're actually tying County B to County A into one enterprise unit. The other qualification is that those two counties have to be side by side. You can't farm County A and then go across the state and try to tie it in with County B. If you have any additional questions about any of the unit structures that we talked about today, let us know or contact us anytime if you want to add it to your policy. Please remember to check the other videos and content on our website, and thanks for watching.